The other shape you want to get comfortable with is the A minor bar chord shape, which in the key of E minor is at the 7th fret. So if you took an A minor chord, you should probably know a B minor chord by now. Basically a B minor shape in the key of E minor is at the 7th fret. The A minor would be at the 12th fret, you know, E minor, A minor, the two different shapes. And then the B minor is at the of the same shape is at the 2nd fret. Now you're not going to be jumping around the neck, you know. Ideally you kind of want to keep things in the same vicinity. So if I was playing I'd be playing the A minor shape for the E minor chord at the 7th fret. I'd play the A minor at the 5th fret, back to the E minor at the 7th fret, the B minor at the 7th fret, A minor, E minor, B7 sharp 9. You know, so you really need to get, you know, as basic as this stuff is, you need to know where you are in the tune. You need to know the form, you know, how many measures you have, when the chords change. When you're playing like a basic blues, you don't have to necessarily venture out of the one chord scale or tonality. You can play the E minor pentatonic, obviously, over the other two chords, the other two main chords, but we'll talk about that and the variations on that. So in terms of like the structure, you know, you want to do, you could do like a practice run. Measures of E minor, one measure of A minor, one measure of E minor, half measure of B minor, half measure of E minor, half measure of B, 7 sharp 9. You know, that was 6 bars, right? So a typical blues is like 12 bars. So I tend to feel things in halftime. The drummer's playing in halftime. So if you counted it in 6/8, not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 2. Then you'll end up with 12 bars. So same thing, doesn't matter. And as far as like, you know, your basic foundation, I'm going to make this real quick because the person that asked about this video, my buddy, the student Dwayne, really wanted to get to the heart of the matter about playing phrases, which is what we all want to do. But you need to know the architecture, just a brief on the architecture. E minor pentatonic, first position. Slow this stuff down in the video if you're not familiar with these. Up here, 7th fret, E minor chord. There's a little hipper way of playing that. You could start here with the 3rd finger and go. That's what I tend to use.